Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today it's December 30th of 2022 and it's 7:46 a.m. in the morning. I woke up feeling pretty good this morning. I had 4 donuts late yesterday when our groceries came in. No, see, the groceries came in at 8 about an hour, about 24 hours ago. But anyway, I feel pretty good, which is unusual, and I'm not sure how long that's going to last. So yesterday I hooked up my Sound Blaster. Well, I have about 6 of their products, but I've had, before that, when I had computers where you had to put cards into them or whatever things we did. So I mean, I've got about 6 different kinds of Sound Blaster devices here, and this is the least, I don't know, advanced or the least, I'm not sure it is. Anyway, it looks pretty basic, and so I hooked it up. And even now, I'm not really too sure, but it's working, On the front, you can see it from the, see if the mouse will show up over there. Does it show up over there? It does. This is audio in. Well, you can actually see it when I go over there. You can see the head, now, if I plug in the headset to the front of the, now there are equal things on the back, let's see. Nope, that's the top. That's the front. That's the side. There's the back. So you see you have 2 in and, out. I know on the front, if I plug in a headset, then it silences my speakers. Of course, I could plug in the microphone one and not plug in. Well, of course, I have a headset here that has both cables, but right back here you can see, I think you can see, where I can separate them. And I think if I did that, so anyway, I'm just not really sure. Now the audio is better with the sound card, but those settings on the side, I can tell on the, the speakers. Anyway, that's an accomplishment for yesterday. What else did I accomplish yesterday? Well, yeah, I guess just a few hours ago, was like the middle of the night. I have paid several times, a whole bunch of times, for a video editing program, and at least the last 2 times, I should know not to install their program. It's kind of expensive. It's, I think, about $80 or $90, and they come out about twice a year, I think, if not more. They come out and announce, oh, there's a new version, and now it'll do X, Y, Z. And when you install it, it's like they have hackers actually working for them or something. Anyway, I forgot, and I'm ashamed to admit it, I forgot that I had paid for them at least twice. I purchased their program. More than twice, but least twice that I knew, what in the hell did I just do? So I had version 18 of it. No, 20 I think it was. I had version 20. But I mean, I had a problem with the version before. I mean, when I say problem, the problem is the way they've set it, the way they've set it up. But so I had version 18, no, 20, and version 22 is out. I paid for 20 a few months ago. Now they have 22 out. And I install it. Well, I installed, and they want to upgrade to version 20. And so then their thing pops up on the screen. And then I click that I'm not interested, that I'm going to go back to, I'm going to go, because I have the, the code for the thing. And it won't let me close the window telling me about the great, wonderful 22. And I click on everything. I click on alternate delete to go to the taskbar finally, and that doesn't work. I have to turn my computer off and then turn it back on. I mean, God. And it makes me mad at myself also, because why did I keep going through this with this company? And then, I just mentioned in a few videos ago, that this DaVinci Resolve, that program I was talking about, by the way, is Movavi Video Suite. Don't buy it. Do not buy it. Movavi Video Suite. It's actually good software, except for this insanity. They have hackers or something they're going to make sure that you can't delete it, you can't decide to go back, you can't do anything. I mean, God. But so anyway, on my other B-Link that I retired, it's on the shelf waiting to be used at some point. And I have the new one. On the other one, I had just recently set up DaVinci Resolve, the free version, and I think it's a $600 program or something like that. But the free version you can use for free. So I went to a few hours ago. I thought, well, I'll just install, the DaVinci Resolve. I know I'm never going to pay the amount of money. Maybe it's $600 or whatever. I know I'm never going to pay that. But I went to, download it, and it downloads something else. Let me go here and go to menu and go to, where are we going? Go to all apps, I think it is. And what is the name of it? I forget the name. Anyway, DaVinci Resolve, I just told you, is that expensive program. But people for years, I don't know for exactly how long, have been, I don't see it now, they have been, that's because I can't install it. So I went to, install it again, and I didn't pay for it. You understand? I think maybe it's a $300 program. It's a lot of money, But I ran the program, and I downloaded it, and I installed it, downloaded it, and ran it. And I worked with video, did it real simple, on one of my videos. And it worked okay. But then there are a whole bunch of things that I would never use that with this, the one that's expensive, the next version, their version, it's something you can easily run, especially me, and probably a lot of people. You don't need, the super, of course, there's sometimes some people put out software that, for video editing and stuff, and it's going to have a thing on there saying, basically saying you haven't paid for it, or not allowing you to do a 1080p video, much less 4K. You're only allowed to use 720. I mean, things that you're going to want to upgrade, but not this. This has everything, super power. And I looked at a few things, and there were things, that were in the next version, maybe $300, that I thought, I'll never need them. I'll never use them, because I do very simple stuff. But anyway, so I went to get DaVinci Resolve again, and I thought I was actually downloading it, because I went to their site or whatever, and then this name pops up, video editing. So what they've done, I guess, after all this time, I guess they probably, they've made this tremendous, program, video editing and what have you, and I'm sure they have a lot of people. It looks really good, so I'm sure they have a lot of people who don't mind paying, maybe even companies or corporations or something that'll buy, hey, buy 25 of these, licenses for our 25 people that are doing whatever they're doing, something like that. But, so I went to download it, and I got something else. And then I went and did a YouTube search. And actually, I was doing a YouTube search for the company, DaVinci Resolve, to see if anybody, and bang. In fact, I watched him. He had made a video telling people how to get the DaVinci Resolve and the correct one. And he even mentioned the thing that I had that, I had installed, version 10 or something like whatever it was. And now version 12 or something was out. I think actually like in the 16 and 18 numbers or whatever. And then he was having problems. I think he probably eventually figured it out. But I just sat there, he went through all these various steps. And he was surprised because he'd done the same thing that I had done. Tried to get the, low claw, but now they had changed things. So, and I can understand, the company, the corporation or whatever, their program is really expensive, but they have a cheap version that has extra features. But anyway, people are using the, they're using the free version. And these people are sitting there, I'm sure they have some people buying it. But people are, sitting there thinking, wow, this is a great program, but I'm not going to buy it. So maybe they have, let's say in a month's time, I don't know, let's say they have 1,000 people that get their free version, and maybe 10 or 15 people, purchase the more expensive one, and they're thinking, yeah, if we could just get 500 of these people, the free-loading SOB cheap bastards, if we could just get 500 of the 1,000, everybody could get a raise, we could get a new office, I'm sure that's what they're, so here's what we'll do, and they make this change. And I think it's something like that. But I'm sorry. Then on Movavi Video Suite, they did the same the same thing. I'm trying to get version 22, which I've paid for. I'm looking now at my paper here, that I have paid for. And it's not letting me. It wants me to pay for version 22 or, no, 24 I think it is. And so then I'm like, fuck it. And I go to delete the one that I paid for. Fuck it, I'll just delete it, and I'll try to remember that I have no business dealings with these people. I couldn't delete it. I couldn't shut any. I'd run into that before, that you couldn't shut anything down. They'd pop this thing up, hey, vision, such and such, and I had to go jump through circles or whatever. And so anyway, I had to turn the computer off and come back. And then I go again to delete it. And I go in there where you delete stuff like that. And then it told me that I had to have not systop level, but administrative level. I have not seen that. And I've been doing computers forever. I have not seen that. I don't even remember how to get, I'll have to do a little search, I guess, on YouTube. Or I could just do a search. How do I get, and so I'm not sure if, I've not seen that in years. In years, I haven't seen it. The computer I just put on in the closet, I never have seen that, on it. So I'll have to see, and then I can go and delete that out of my list on the menu. And I made it. Let's see. I got something here. I got another whiteboard over there. I think it'd go like this, and then I could put on there. Fuck Movavi Video Suite. Or something. I could just code it. I could, make an X next to it or something. Or else and if I'm alive in 6 months or a year or something, I would buy it again. When I was doing the BBS for years, I have like 3 or 4 notebooks. That's my problem. I should have 1 notebook. I have 3, but I would write stuff down. And when I was doing the BBS, and I would write it down. And that helped me tremendously. Then I would remember, I installed that already, or I ran into a problem, or whatever. And that's what I need to do is don't buy from those people. That ought to be like, it's like they have I'd call that hacking, And I guess they'd call that good business practice. My voice is holding. It's holding up, but I can tell that some problems coming. Manicam is working really well on this new computer. Same computer, very slight improvement, but. Mic is working, responding properly and everything. I see that I did, let's see. Wondershare Filmora 12 I have installed. Anyway, I wonder if I should go look for us too. Let's see. Let's call up. Let's go to, maybe I should go to pull up YouTube and then do my search. Go to, I gotta remember not to ask for, oh, I found out something else, by the way. Hang on here. See, I'm thinking systop. Okay, how do I get... Okay, how do I... It's right here. How do I... In Windows 11... Okay, how long is this thing? It's in 4K, you know. Let's see what we have. Even though it's going to be simple, I need to write it down. Oh, it's so wonderful to get old. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, wait, anyway. Okay, I don't know how I got... Oh, I'm going to have to stop. I couldn't even keep up with him. I get complaints that I repeat stuff and all that kind of... This is the type of reason that I, that's the reason I do that. Well, and that's just the way I, so, here's a YouTube video of somebody on Network Chuck, 40 Windows commands you need to know in 10 minutes. So, there's really a lot of information out, out there. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. I've been talking for 22 minutes. I'll make this a 30-minute one. Let's see. Mailbird, I signed up several times for that in the past. It's a nice program. And then I'm using Google. I've been using Google, Mail and everything, and others, and God help us. My throat is starting to hurt now. With the circling thing here on the screen, that's something too I found out. And I think it turned up with this computer, not the previous one, I don't think. And I didn't notice until I did a little checking. I've got 800, let's see, now I have that. I have 1 terabyte down, but I only get like 800, down on internet speed. Hang on a second. Okay. Let's see. So I get like 800 down mostly, and 20 well, now it's going to make me out a liar. And I just checked it a few hours ago. Is it 20 up or 40 up? 40 up, okay. I'm going to do a speed test over. Well, I know what I can do if I I should log in here. Oh, hop, 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 hop. Oh, come on. God damn, what do they want to know this time? Chimneys. Oh, did I miss one? Okay, let's try this again. Let's see, it's 8 a.m. in the morning, so maybe a whole bunch of business people are using, soaking up they're stealing my internet speed. Anyway, I installed this new computer, a day ago or 2 days ago. And sometimes it was slow. And I didn't notice that because I watch YouTube a lot. And it's sitting there doing its searching or whatever, and I thought, then I do the speed test, and it's 800, 800 down, maybe 700, and 40 up. But yet I'm trying to watch something, and I'm thinking, I don't think about it. I'm thinking, well, I'm watching Netflix or, Hulu or something, But then I did a search on YouTube, and it came back that I did a search for this new computer that I have, and then slow internet or something like that. And I'm going to have to quit here pretty quick. The guy that made the video said that there is a problem with YouTube's codecs, the code things that, I'm not sure if they just do video and audio or if they do other things. I think they just handle video and maybe audio. That it's slow, and it just applies to the codecs. It's a file or something that is written to tell the computer how to pull in video, and I guess audio. And now, in the past, some of those things you have to pay for. You had to pay for in the past. Because companies made it, they create this code that works well doing stuff that you need done, bringing in files or that type of thing. And you would actually, what was it? It was Apple something, way back, and it was Apple's, and I wasn't using an Apple computer, but this code worked for files. And so I signed up and it was good for ever, that was one thing. And it worked. And so apparently, because then I checked, anyway, I saw this video a few hours ago, and it said that that YouTube is using a special codec, sounds like codecs, to bring in their video and to display it. And it said it's slow unless you have this special file thing that they're using, and it's available free. And so then it said be careful. Because it's not like, it'd feel better if you went someplace and a great site popped up, and then it said, hey, here's, the XYZ codecs, which works, that's not the name of it, that works with Amazon and make your files load really, displays load really quick. It's not just getting it. It's as it plays, it's using this file system to bring these images and things up. So anyway, I went and looked at the sites, some of the sites that have this code. And I thought, no, I'm not clicking on, I've done that in the past, of course. I've written code, not a lot. Well, I wrote a BBS program, and I've done a few things after that. No, I'm not a programmer. And I went there and I thought, no, I'm not clicking on just, I go to a place and they're not telling you who they are or what they are, and then they just have a link down there, It sounds like a place that programmers put, files in there, and then other programmers know they can come there and get it and put back, or correct it or whatever. And I thought, no, I'm not doing that. I just got this computer and I don't want any problems with it. So I didn't do it. So now I'll probably be watching a little bit of less until YouTube changes their code that they're using. And the code, I'm sure, is just for people using Windows, or is it just for people using Windows of a certain version? I don't know what it is, but so I guess because I've been sitting there for a while and the thing's spinning, and I'm thinking, and then I think, must be something wrong with the internet spinning. I go do the speed test and it's fine. So anyway, I thank you very much for watching. Please keep watching. Eventually I'll say something worth watching for. Thank you very much.